So yesterday I sat down on the panel with a couple of people, some professionals, and one question was asked: why do we need to always be validated externally? Why do we think we need to be validated externally? And the question was asked me, and I smiled and I gave this answer, and I'll share the answer. As human beings, we were all born for connection. We are all born for connection. As babies, you wanted the validation from your parents to know that you were doing the right thing and the wrong thing. So you can tell when your mother is smiling, you know that, okay, she's happy with you, so somewhat you are doing something right. And when she's frowning, you also feel like you're also doing something wrong. So as children, up until you're 25, your logical mind doesn't form till 25. So that then means that we're more emotions between the ages of 0 and 25. We're more emotional than even logical, right? And so there's that need for the emotions, there's the need for connection. And so because we got it predominantly from our parents, then it moved to our teachers, then it moved to guardians and uncles and aunties and family members and people around us, then friends. Now, we also got this impression that the better we were in school with our work, we were then better people. So you heard your parents say to you, oh, fantastic, you're a great child. You got 7 A's. Wow. And then you got 7 F's. You are a hopeless child, or you are useless. You will never amount to anything. And so we made that mean something, that, oh, when I'm good in school or with my academics or at work, then that means that I'm a good and worthy person for the society to hail. And when I'm not, and so we learned that. Now, what we didn't know was that at some point in our lives, we needed to do it for ourselves. So we kept on expecting other people to do it for us. Another thing that has happened is we have now trained ourselves to believe that our professional side is the big side, is the great side, because it's tangible. We can see the awards, we can see the degrees, we can see the money. So it's tangible, it's physical. But we forget that there's another side to us, which is our personal side. Now, our personal side is the bigger chunk than this professional side. If we had four pillars, the professional side is only one of those 4 pillars. We have your spirituality, which is huge. Your relationship with your higher being is the biggest, because if you don't have a relationship with your higher being, you'll be empty. And that's the personal truth. You don't need to like God or know God or believe in God, but if you don't have a higher being, whoever you call him, source, energy, universe, we're all talking about the same person and the same thing, light, anything you call it, we're talking about the same person. I call him God, and I'm happy to call him God consistently. Then you have your health and wellness, because the things that get into you can decide and can show what comes out of it. Garbage in, garbage out. You also have your relationships, relationship with self and relationship with everybody around you. If you don't have those 3 pillars locked down, how do you think one pillar would carry 3 pillars? The heavy ones, for that matter. And those are the things that fill us up on the inside. The professional one is on the outside. And can one outside cover 3 on the inside? No. So we first need to be solid on the inside for that outside to thrive. So because I'm solid on my inside, my professional side is thriving because I'm a solid human being. And my 4 areas, I feed them daily. Let me say that again. The 4 pillars of my life, I feed daily. Daily. I have my relationships, the people that I choose to have every day, and I touch base with them daily. My health and wellness daily. My spirituality daily. And then my career and my finance daily. I touch all those 4 points daily and give them energy for the day, because those 4 pillars are what make me a human being and make me, at least me, feel like I have touched all those things and I am filling my cup up to overflowing. But one angle will not cover. And that's why there are a lot of empty people, because on the outside they seem great, but on the inside they're empty. And a lot of us are empty. So now I want us to listen to this video and listen to what my very good friend has to say about this topic. And it's Gabo Mate, by the way.
If I were to choose to live my life over again, I wouldn't live it in this way. Do you know Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not personally.
No. The book. The end of that book would bring tears to my eyes for years. Christopher Robin has to go to school, and he's telling his friends, the toy animals, that he won't be able to play with them so much anymore. And what I wasn't aware of when I went to medical school and when I was a physician is how driven I was to justify my existence in the world. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. When you're driven to work too hard, you actually ignore what matters. And what matters is what you were telling me last night about how every summer you take a bunch of weeks away from your podcast and you just spend time enjoying your kids and your wife and your family. I didn't do that. I always felt I had to keep working. And the book ends with the statement, and whatever they do or wherever they go in the enchanted forest, the little boy and his bear will always be playing together. And that phrase would bring tears to my eyes for years. People sacrifice their playfulness, their joyfulness, being driven by unconscious needs to validate your existence. And where does that come from? Again, that comes from childhood trauma. Play is so important. And joy is so important. In that sense, we can always keep playing in the enchanted forest, and that's just essential, I think.
Now, a lot of men need to hear this. And maybe even with today's woman who believes that they need to be consistent, that feel that they need to be consistent hustlers, because some people don't have a choice, right? They're alone with their children and their children need to eat. You know, I said to somebody yesterday that I've never heard anybody on their deathbed say, oh, I'm so excited about all the awards that I received and all the cards and all the accolades that I received. It's either two things. I'm so grateful that I spent time with my family and you all, or I wish I spent more time with my family. Now, a lot of people would go to their graves really, really regretful because they tried to, or they wanted to keep getting validation externally from other people. They just kept going. So you want to be called the provider. That's for men, right? The provider. He provided everything for us. But all he provided was one angle, which was our finance. And he put a roof over our head. You can say yes, but that's a lot. Yes, it is. But there's so many other things the family needs. There's the emotional side, there's the spiritual side, there's the moral side, there's the physical, there's so many other things. And so we're so busy trying to show people that, you know, I'm doing well. We forget the most important things, which at the end of the day is family. And family doesn't particularly mean blood, but family. The people you had memories with, and great memories also. The people that you spent or invested your time with, where you could sit down and just look at each other and smile, and you both know what the time you're thinking of. You know those films, or when people say, I remember where we went to Jamaica. And both of you are in Jamaica already, remembering all the fantastic stuff that you guys went through. So yes, there's a need. We all want connection. We all want to be admired. But can it be at your detriment? Yes, it can. Where does it come from? Trauma. What you felt you needed to do to be seen. What you felt you needed to do to be valued or to be respected, you know. For a lot of people, that respect, I want you to respect me and know that I've done so much. I understand that, but that's not life. And a lot of us will end up going to our graves feeling that pressure and heaviness of not having time to play, he said, to be joyful, he said. Just get up and say, let's go and walk on the beach. Let's go to a garden and just walk bare feet and hold hands. Now, there's so many things that we can do without spending one dime. But just being intentional about saying that, okay, I'm done trying to please the world because I feel full within myself now. I feel okay with myself. I've healed. I'm okay. I don't need my mother to tell me how great I am. In fact, if you had your mother every morning telling you at age 70, you are so great, you're so great, at what point would you tell her that, mommy, please, can you leave me? And stop disturbing me? Because that's what it will feel like at a point. The truth is, the praise that you're looking for is the praise that will come from you to you. That is the purest praise. Not the one that will come from your boss or come from your spouse or come from your children. Because when you don't give them what they want or they're not benefiting from you, they turn against you. So why do I want to live my life for such a fickle person? Because our feelings and our emotions waver. Very fickle. You give me, I'm happy. You don't give me, I'm not happy. So why would I then base my life and existence on you that today you are this, tomorrow you are that? Never. And that's the life that I live right now. It doesn't matter how you feel. I know that next second you'll be okay when I give you something. So I don't base my feelings or what I decide to do on you. But I feel it deep within. I get up and I do it. And I enjoy it. And I enjoy it completely. And I have the memory. And I'm excited about it. So let's stop this whole rat race. Let's stop this I better pass my neighbor mentality. Let's stop this whole I can do better than you or I'm the best and the first mentality. We're not in any race. Rather than compete, why not collaborate? Why not? Rather than criticize and condemn, why not create? Let's find ways where we can come into each other's energies. You bring the best of you, I bring the best of me, and we come together and form the head and become Voltron and become so strong for one another. That's what I choose to have. What about you?